Coming up on Naperville News 17, Naper Settlement has seen its last Civil War reenactment, a lunar learning challenge for Naperville students, and a bona fide fan of the Naperville Municipal Band. Hello everyone, I'm Kim Pierce. Thanks for joining us for this week's Naperville News. Civil War days will no longer be taking place at Naper Settlement. The Naperville Heritage Society announced that after 37 years, the event will sunset and won't return in 2020. It's a decision the Heritage Society took their time making, as it was financially based.
After looking at it, what we saw is that over the last 5 years, we've had a 50% decrease in attendance, a 50% decrease in revenue, and also a 35% decrease in reenactors. And so with all of that rolled together, it makes it difficult to continue.
The museum will be filling the vacancy by offering different large-scale pop-up educational exhibits each year.
We're very proud, we're very thankful that people have been making their family memories with us, and we hope that as we bring these new events, that new memories and new cherished family moments will ensue as we look at next year.
They're starting with a World War II focused event in 2020 called Homefront 1940s Weekend, which will feature the traveling exhibit Manufacturing Victory, the Arsenal of Democracy. For $10 this year, you can have full access to all areas of The Last Fling. In past years, entrance to the Naperville JC's sponsored event was free, but event goers had to pay $5 for admittance to the Jackson Avenue Block Party stage, $5 for Family Funland in Naper Settlement, and then an extra fee to see the Rotary Hill main stage performances. This year, all those are included with the set cost, while admission to the carnival will be free. There's also a $30 4-day pass available for those 13 and older. And once you're in, if you're 21 and up, you'll have another new option for drinks, as premixed cocktails have been approved for sale. The Last Fling takes place from August 30th through September 2nd. Naperville's Jewish community will soon have a new place to gather. Naperville News 17's Casey Krajewski has the details.
Well, you know the saying, you build the building and the people will come. We do have people coming now, but we would love to reach even more people.
It's the next step after 14 years of service to the Jewish community for Chabad of Naperville. The organization announced they will be moving to a recently purchased Naperville building. After humble beginnings in the basement of their home, Chabad of Naperville continues to grow in their mission by providing more amenities for Jewish residents in the western suburbs.
One of the things we want to stress as well is that this is a hub for Jewish life, for other Jewish families to meet more Jewish families, regardless of what affiliation they're part of. There isn't going to be any membership, so you could have people that could be affiliated with other synagogues as well, and this is an opportunity to come meet up with other families.
The building will house a kosher kitchen, Hebrew school classrooms, a space for teens, and more. The site is located at 651 Amersell Drive, near the intersection of North Aurora Road and Route 59.
Eventually we decided to do it closer to the highway, like this would give an opportunity for nearby cities to come as well. So it's very accessible to the highway.
It's an encouraging sign for the growing organization. For Naperville News 17, I'm Casey Krajewski.
Chabad of Naperville also hosts a summer camp and Sunday school. Naper Pride is taking steps to bring the LGBTQ community and religious faiths together. Our own Aisha Ashley Hausa shows us how.
Naper Pride hosted an interfaith service as a way to unite the LGBTQ community and religious faiths.
There's a lot of people who are LGBTQ that feel very unwelcome by religious entities, and the goal of the interfaith service was to not only bring other faiths together to show that everyone, worships very similarly, we can all be together, but also to welcome the LGBT community in.
Congregation Beth Shalom, Wesley United Methodist Church, And Community Methodist Church joined the service to show their support and lead the prayers.
So many things that divide us that we need to come together with themes that unite us. And certainly God's love is a great theme that unites us all together.
About 90 people of all ages participated in the service that is, quote, a celebration of God's love for all. Neighbor Pride and these religious institutions hope they can lessen the disconnect and more faiths become accepting of the community.
You know, like my hat says, we just, we're normal human beings. We just want to be included. We want to be a part of the community. We don't want to take anything away from anybody.
Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Aisha Ashley Hausa.
The group hopes events like this will help make a difference and break down barriers between the LGBTQ community and religious groups. After the break, important safety tips for students before they head off to college.
Naperville Crime Stoppers.
Yes, I'd like to report some suspicious activity in my neighborhood. How does this work?
Yes, thanks for calling. Your call is anonymous, and I will not ask for your name. Instead, you'll be identified by a tip number. In a few weeks, call back with the tip number you received, and I will let you know the status of your tip. If an arrest is made, you could receive a reward up to $1,000.
How do I get the reward money if you don't know who I am?
Well, when you call back, we set up a time and a place to drop the money. You will be safe, and nobody will know you gave Crime Stoppers a tip.
Okay, well, here's what's going on.
Using too much water for summer's heat can get expensive, but luckily we have some tips that can help you save money. The city of Naperville says residents increase their water usage in the summer, using it to fill their pools, wash their cars, and garden, which is the activity that uses the most water. But community members are limited to the days they can water their gardens and lawn.
What it goes by is odd and even, the house number. If you're an even numbered house, you get to water on even numbered days of the month. If you're an odd number, you water on odd numbered days. 6 to 10 in the morning, 6 to 10 at night. 4 hours, 8 hours a day.
Anthonot said residents should monitor their sprinklers and hoses because of the water output they produce. Not keeping a close eye on it could rack up a hefty bill. Another helpful tip is when you're indoors, turn off water in between brushing your teeth, cleaning dishes, and showering. Investing in water-saving fixtures is a good way to help regulate use and save some money.
Now that everybody has water-saving fixtures, with the new regulations, with the IEPA coming out and everything, you don't see as much water used. The homeowners are much more conscious of what they use, and the water fixtures help with that a lot.
Anthonot said some of Naperville's residents' high water bills are a result of toilet leaks, so be sure to check those every once in a while as well. Community members gathered at the 95th Street Library in Naperville to learn how to grow a new hobby. The group watched Growing Cities, a film about different methods and struggles of urban farmers. Viewers were encouraged to grow their own food, like the vendors just outside the library at the 95th Street Farmers Market.
Some of our viewers who came today really expressed that kind of desire and excitement to get out into the community and to engage in gardening and farming just here in Naperville. I mean, we're not too far from some pretty major cornfields, but also it's just really great and rewarding to grow things in your own home garden.
There was a group discussion after the film, with some saying they were inspired to start their own vegetable garden.
I'm thinking tomatoes, carrots, squash, arugula, but I'm told that the best thing to do is to start with herbs. So that's what I'll start with.
Two brothers from Naperville have created a new way to see time. Naperville News 17's Aisha Ashley Hausa shares their story and their invention.
Many of us think of a timer as a countdown. This is a color down.
So with the Lumino timer, all you have to do is set your time on the main menu, press go, it'll light up green for the full ring, and gradually tick down around the edge from green to yellow and finally to red.
Rather than using numbers, the Lumino visual timer created by two Naperville brothers uses color codes instead. The two work at Little Friends, where they've learned about the challenges their students face.
In terms of kids with disabilities, lots of times the difficulty there is that they don't have a firm understanding of abstract concepts like time, how long a minute is, how long a second is. So looking at a clock or setting, a kitchen timer doesn't go very far. It doesn't communicate very effectively with those kids.
Moving to different activities throughout the school day is difficult for some students because they can't easily tell time. Parker and Keaton wanted to find a solution that helps kids with disabilities but can also be used by any student.
The thing we keep hearing is, this is excellent for my visual learners. This is excellent for my visual learners. And it's true because it gathers their attention at the beginning. They see the bright lights and they're like, okay, I see how much time I have left, and then they can get to work.
The Lumino visual timer is at the prototype stage. They've tested the timer in their own classrooms and sent it to roughly 20 teachers across the country to get feedback. Right now, all that work happens in their basement using a 3D printer. They're taking the next step by trying to raise money to sell the device on the retail level. Parker and Keaton have started a campaign on Kickstarter with the goal to raise $30,000 by August 12th. The money will help them mass produce the 3 plastic pieces instead of spending 15 hours on each device. But each of those hours has been worth it.
Just that the product works and that the kids actually make a connection to it. It's really such a magical feeling to have an idea come out of our brains into the real world and have it make a difference in somebody's life.
Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Aisha Ashley Hausa.
The brothers will also be working on establishing their company, Abilio, later this month. Coming up, hold on to your hat. It's time for the DuPage County Fair.
Medici Neapolitan Pizza has created the magic of an Italian piazza right in downtown Naperville. Choose from the freshest ingredients available, and all their sauces are prepared on site. Enjoy salads with dressings made from scratch, to shareable plates that celebrate the flavors of Italy, to the pizza of your dreams. From the olive tree in the center of the restaurant to the imported Italian wood-fired oven, if you want a more authentic Italian experience, you need a passport.
Stay up to date on what's happening in our neighborhoods and schools at City Hall and all across town with NCTV 17 News Update. Emailed directly to your inbox once a day, Monday through Friday, this 2-minute video not only tells you the latest news, but shows it to you, all at your fingertips.
And that's what's happening right here in Naperville.
And the best part, it's free. So sign up today at nctv17.com/subscribe.
It's a tradition that's been around since 1841, almost as old as the county itself. Naperville News 17's Casey Krajewski takes us to the 178th DuPage County Fair.
Farm animals, carnival games, and much more took over the DuPage County Fairgrounds for the annual county fair. But a lot has changed for this year's event.
New footprint, so a lot of changes. We've brought everyone down to this cool park setting. We've moved a lot of the family adventure stuff down here. So especially our Adventureland, got it down on the grass, out near the butterfly garden. So this whole area here, parts are new, parts are old stuff, but we just kind of reformatted the ground, spread it out a little bit, and people really seem to like it.
Right in the middle of the fair is another new attraction, Scarce's STEMapalooza. The indoor exhibit acts as a cooling area where kids and adults can explore hands-on STEM activities.
So they get to go around with fun things to do to learn all about that kind of stuff. We have recycled paper making going on. We have activities with our watershed model where they learn about water quality and protecting the pollutants from getting into our water source. We have boat races. They can create boats from recycled items or repurposed items and kind of have fun with that and use their engineering skills.
Other exhibits like the Illinois Target Archery Association's archery range give residents plenty of activities to fill their day. But deep down, the county fair is really about tradition and community.
We celebrate the rich agricultural roots that we have, but we're also celebrating the new diverse community that we've become and getting more people coming together, having fun, enjoying good food, sharing some cool experience, learning some new stuff.
For Naperville News 17, I'm Casey Krajewski.
The DuPage County Fairgrounds hosts events year-round, and you can find out more information on their website. July 20th marked the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, and Naperville students had their very own space mission to celebrate. Naperville News 17's Aisha Ashley Hassa tells us more.
The lunar module has landed at the Naperville Robotics competition, but it's not the only machine that landed on this day. My STEM Buddy and Nano Beasts hosted the event to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. The challenge is a way to get a new generation to join in the excitement of the country's milestone.
Maybe this current generation is not that much excited when a person was landed on the moon on this day, but we are able to connect with the past generation. So we are reliving the excitement by having this challenge. So that's the most fun and exciting part for me.
The competition is part of a national NASA event known as the Apollo Next Giant Leap Student Challenge. 5 teams went head-to-head to present their drones and robots to the judges.
Well, it's kind of fun working with a team and building pretty much technology. It's a fun experience to be in an engineer's position and see what they do for a living.
Through 4 rounds, team members had to put their astronaut helmets on to embark on their own journey. The mission? Drop the lunar module in the center using a drone and program your robot for exploration.
You carry something with the robot, you drop it at the payload center, and then you go forward, explore where you want to get your sample from, and you get the sample from that particular location and you bring it back to the lunar module, so that lunar module will carry back to the Earth. Astrobeast, please come forward.
The winning team, Astrobeasts, will be launching off to Maryland for a trip to a NASA field center, Goddard Space Flight Center, and they are most definitely ready for takeoff. Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Aisha Ashley Hassa.
If you're interested in robotics, My STEM Buddy has robotics clubs which you can sign up for on their website. There's a new summer camp for young gymnasts, and it came to be thanks to a local Olympian. Our own Christine Lena tells us all about it.
It's a little short. Come on, Monet, a little higher. 2.
With an Olympic medal and dozens of other gymnastics honors, Waubonsie Valley grad Anna Lee is now sharing her years of experience in the sport.
This is our Believe Elite Performance Camp, and Believe is like my little motto that I have. I have it, I wrote it all over the place when I was competing because I had the LI bolded for my last name in it. People had shirts made, so that's something that I wanted to share with the kids these 3 days was you have a goal, and if you believe in yourself, you can achieve that goal.
The camp takes place at Lee's family's gym, Legacy Elite Gymnastics in Naperville. She created it as a way to connect aspiring athletes with other Olympic coaches and professionals.
It's good to hear everyone's opinion, especially from different people outside the gym. We do have really good coaches, but sometimes it's good to have other opinions too, so that'll make us more knowledgeable and possibly help fix our technique and stuff.
From bars and balance beams to dance and floor routines, the 3-day camp gave over 80 gymnasts of all ages the chance to jump right in.
I really like flipping around, and I think that it's just something to do after school and to feel accomplished, and it's really fun.
What I like about doing gymnastics is that I can have fun in ways, and I can get stronger by doing lots of things, and I can make new stuff and be proud of it. I like to get stronger, and I like to get a lot of skills.
And getting stronger doesn't just mean physically.
I have physical therapists here. I have someone that will be coming in to work on the mental game with them. I also have a fun aspect on the last day to have a self-defense class for the girls too, just being well-rounded as a human being. And gymnastics teaches you way more than just the sport of gymnastics. My parents are both in the '84 Olympics, and so it runs in our blood that we just want to help each child reach their goals in gymnastics.
Coaching the next generation of gymnasts, one flip at a time. Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Christine Lena.
Legacy Elite Gymnastics hopes to host the camp again next summer, and you can stay updated on all they do on their Facebook page. Up next, a 10K relay bringing runners together for some fun and friendly competition.
The dog days of summer are here.
Just ask NCTV's newest team member, Scoop. You can find this canine with a camera keeping a watchful eye at the corner of Webster and Water Streets, helping NCTV 17 get the scoop on what's happening around town. To fetch the latest from Scoop, just get your paws on a smartphone or computer and visit nctv17.com/subscribe to sign up for free news updates.
And that's what's happening right here in Naperville.
And while you're at it, show Scoop some love. Vote for him as your favorite painted pup at downtownnaperville.com/sculptures. Thanks for your support and have a doggone great summer.
It's a great training day for maybe those not as competitive, but then for the elite runners and the high school runners, the fact that they were winning, $500 and that we had this big prize purse, it brought that elite wave out.
$500 for interval training? Most runners would happily oblige. Many did at the Endurance Team 10K Relay.
It was a lot of fun. It was a good energy here. It was a good interval training, I think. That's really what it was. And surrounded by a lot of really, really good runners, and so it was a blast.
Runners alternated, running around the 400-meter track before handing off, grabbing a drink, and cooling down. With multiple heats, including 2 open races, a kids race, and the elite runners race, the Team 10K is a unique event.
It really takes away that pressure. Lots of races you're comparing to races in the past or set expectations for yourself, but really coming into a race with no expectations is really a really cool thing.
The race came to be after a year of doing the Tandem 10K as a fun thing for the athletes at Endurance. Inspired by his former high school coach at York, Joe Newton, Endurance employee Dan Chubsky became the lead man.
Dan was the first employee at Endurance, which Endurance opened 13 years ago. He was the first guy that walked through the door to get a job here. He's worked here for 13 years, and this was his idea, and I think just the fun of supporting him and being able to do it with him and support something that he loved so much, it gives me a lot of joy.
Newton passed away in 2017, spurring Chubsky to put on the race. In total, Newton won 29 state championships, became the first high school coach to be on the Olympic coaching staff, and wrote 4 books. And in the 2 years since his passing, the 10K Relay has already blossomed, attracting runners from around the area and across the country.
It's real low pressure. We're all friends here. There's a lot of camaraderie just in the running community. And just to come out here and have fun running, that's what the sport's all about.
So I'm training for a half marathon, so I was kind of hoping to stay around some times that would be pretty close to my half marathon time, and I ended up going a little bit faster today, so it felt pretty good.
With cash prizes, the atmosphere is already charged, but the energy received a bigger bump from
the DJ. I think that was it. The DJ brought the music, and definitely that livened things up quite a bit. That was a lot of fun.
Blasting music inside North Central's Benedetti Worley Stadium, the event was a hit, especially for former NCC runner Nolan McKenna, who, much like Newton's old runners, knows what it's like to be a part of a dynasty.
It's just being a part of that legacy, just the North Central legacy of just having fun, running for fun and personal best. That's what it's all about. And it's not just you're in college. It's really a lifelong thing to affect future runners.
Reporting for Naperville News 17, I'm Kevin Jackman.
And if you have an idea for a sports story feature, you can let us know at newstips@nctv17.com. Every Thursday summer night, the Naperville Municipal Band brings music to Central Park. And in the audience, front row regular Silver the Pug is wagging her tail along to the music.
When she hears certain instruments playing, she'll cock her head and make reactions to the music.
The 3-year-old pug joins her owners John and Mary Beth every week, enjoying time relaxing, eating treats, and taking a doggy drink break. And while other regulars have gotten to know Silver, the band likes to spot her from the stage as well.
I think everybody in the band knows who she is. They all look out here and see her sitting in the front row, and she's usually pretty good. She usually doesn't bark or anything. She's quiet.
As for Silver's favorite instrument, I'm guessing the trombone. And that's what's happening right here in your neighborhood, Naperville. We'll see you next week. Until then, you can catch up on local news by signing up for our NCTV 17 News Update, delivered right to your inbox Monday through Friday. Sign-up information is right on our website, nctv17.com.
This week's Naperville News 17 is brought to you in part by the following sponsors. This program is partially funded by a grant from the City of Naperville.